Hello everyone, Kiki Halbert here, and today I thought I would share with you my latest flip through of spring and summer layouts that I've done so far this year. It's been a pretty busy time, and I've really enjoyed playing with a lot of my new stash. So I thought I would just give you a run through of some of these items that I've worked through. I will, to the best of my ability, tell you which products that I used on these, and yeah, I think that's about it. If you have any questions about any of the layouts as well, or the techniques that I use, please just feel free to leave me a comment, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. So to get started, first off, I wanted to say thank you so much for being here. You're a big part of why I get these layouts done too, because I really do like teaching new techniques and making YouTube videos for everyone. So thank you. And if you haven't been here before, welcome. I do a lot of mixed media, scrapbooking pages, in various sizes, and I love a little bit of bling. I love grunge, and I love it when happy accidents happen and then the page ends up being perfectly imperfect. So if you haven't been here before and you're enjoying watching these the video, then please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate that. So first up, I'm going to be going in reverse order from the newest to the last. Which was probably back to my other video, so you can find the other haul or the other technique and flip through videos there. This particular layout, I used the Brave and Bold collection by Amy Tangerine. I really loved it. I got a lot of the little embellishments, the chipboard puffy stickers, the little enamel puffy stickers. I love those, and I love all of the colors in this collection. They're bright, but they're not neon. And what I did is I created a background using my new shimmers collections that are watercolors that I've gotten recently, so to kind of mix along with those colors as much as I could. So it's really, I don't think you're going to be able to see on the screen as much how shimmery it is, but it does have a little bit of bling in it, so I really love that. And the sassy here and the frame is also iridescent, and there's some iridescence on the butterfly as well. So really love this collection. You'll see more of it very soon on my channel. Next up, so this was a Hip Kit Club that I used. I believe this was the May Hip Kit Club, and I did this layout as part of the Mixed Media Double Take collaboration with Rebecca Lockhart. So really had a lot of fun with it. Love the little whimsical animals and the birds and things. And I used texture paste here with gelatos to show how you could actually shade some of your stenciling with the modeling paste without going through to the paper. And that's one of my favorite techniques I've used from art journaling in the past, and I just translated that onto page. And yes, I know the page is warped. It does that with watercolor. I'm going to just show you some of the texture up close. So I put down watercolor, and then I actually rolled a paper towel in it, and that's how I got that really cool kind of effect in the watercolor. And it also shows you a little bit more of the stencil with the modeling paste. So hope you like that one. That was fun to play with. And we're going to be doing another collaboration this month with that one too. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for that. This is also a Hip Kit Club, excuse me. And this one was from the spring. It was a kit all about crafting, and so I decided to just take a picture of my silhouette, which I finally got up and running again, and just decided to do a layout about some of my favorite things when I'm crafting. So that one was a lot of fun. I love all these little puffed hearts, really cute. And the papers are really adorable too. I love a good purple paper, and there's a lot of purple in this kit, so it was really quite pretty. And if you're curious about those kits, I'll try to remember to leave a link in the description box for you. This particular layout, so this is a 6x6 double layout, and this one was done for Stretch the Sketch for the month of June. And I did this of my cat Pantouf. I had created a layout for a whole album for her since she passed away in November, and I just decided to do this one on craft. Stretch the Sketches, where we take a layout that is standard 12x12 size and change it up into some other kind of sizing for the layout. So this was the first double 6x8 layout that I've done. It was a lot of fun, but it was really kind of interesting trying to take this sketch and turn it, take it down and shrink it down, and then on top of it make it a double page. So really fun to do though. And there is a process layout for this, process layout video for this one, process video. Next up, we have some gorgeous Vicky Boutin. Love this. I got this collection from Scrapbooking Your Joy, and it is one of my favorite collections overall. I got a small set collection of it, and then I actually went and ordered some more because it's just so much fun to play with. Lots of this sort of coppery iridescent foil, and so much color. It's just, oh, makes me happy. And then what I did is I made this layout about, you know, even if you've got imperfect shots, you know, like I cut the head off my husband on this one, it's still worth taking the shot because it's part of the story. So I love that one. There is this a video, I believe, of that one as well. I'm not 100% certain, but I think there is. Next up, this is from another Hip Kit Club. These are little scatterings of leftovers from, last fall, I think. So I decided to do what I could to use up the little scraps, try to use the last of my embellishments from it, and I think it turned out pretty nicely. A lot of fun. I liked doing the craft, and I used 2 different types of splatter on this to bring in a little bit more of the teal. So that one was really fun to work with. Next up, we have a layout that I did as part of a process video, and I wanted to show all the different ways that you could use a cut file with this. So I've used a variety of things on here that I just want to highlight too. So for the acetate, you'll see there's these gold foiled acetate items, and this one here is kind of a silvery teal kind of color. To mount those, I used the technique that I learned from the Creative Scrapbooker magazine in the summer edition, and used some rolled tape adhesive. So that was really fun to learn to do. And then for the cut file, I actually filled the cut file. Some of them I filled with paper, and then others I filled with stickles or perfect pearls. And so it's just another way that you can use your cut files as well. So thought that was fun to do. Next up, this one here. Now let me think. Where did I get this one from? I believe that this is from Close to My Heart. I want to say it's from Close to My Heart. I could be totally off base with this. It might actually be Amy Tangerine. Or actually, no. This is actually a combination of a whole bunch of things. So I believe that these papers are actually from Amy Tangerine. Some of the little items that you see that are this bright green, they're actually from Close to My Heart. And some of the other little things are also from Close to My Heart, like these little acrylic flowers and the wood hearts. So super fun. I like how they kind of tucked into the sides, made this a little bit more textural by using an edge punch, and just had some general fun playing with this one. And I ended up having these particular gems were from an SCT sampler kit as well, so there's some sampler stuff in here as well. Then we have, again, Vicki Boutin, love this. And I just took, for this particular page, I created my own background with a whole bunch of splatters in the colors that would match the papers. And then I used the zip strips from the papers and just, adhered them. Actually, I stapled them down, but I adhered them in strips and just kind of spread them apart and whatnot to create kind of a different background effect. So you'll see that here I spread them out a little bit more. Lots of fun. Really easy way to use your zip strips and get the most from them. And I love all of the puffy stickers from that collection. The yellow stars are from Close to My Heart. And this is just a strip off of one of the cut apart papers that she created as well. So loved making this. Absolutely loved making this one. And then this is the same collection. And so I took some vacation pictures that I hadn't scrapbooked from a while ago and just decided to use some of the little words. I love these textural butterflies. They're, they've got like different layers to them. Really cute. So that's a fun little thing that you know from my pages anyhow that I love butterflies, but I just had to put in some different ones there. So loved taking that paper, and of course the paper is just like perfect, so you don't need anything really except your photos and then some clustering, but lots of fun. Next up, I have another cut file page. This one here is almost exclusively Close to My Heart. It was a kit, I believe it was called Aurora. And so I took the cut file, which is all the white, and then backed some of it so that you could see the wood grain paper through as well. And then I also matted with some of the paper. Love this bear that came with it and the tracks. And then I just added some, love this, and the little black acrylics are also Close to My Heart. And so are the sequins. I just added a couple little wood pieces that I had in my collection, in my stash, to just show off, bring out the sort of geometric side of things. So lots of fun. Really, this is one of my absolute favorite layouts of my husband. So loved also this emerald foil. It just, it was packed full of that stuff. So yeah, one of my absolute favorite layouts. Then I have a layout of my Pup Nanook. So this was one that I wanted to do that was just using scraps. So this paper you'll have probably recognized from a layout that I had just shown you. It was from a Hip Kit Club. These were just scraps that I had, and I ran them through my die cut machine with my stitched hexagon dies from Close to My Heart. And I just scattered those around the page. I put some actual watercolors down a little bit just to give some splatter dimension underneath it. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but I love how it's almost like a gallery wall when you look at it, and with all of the different little bits, so it's not really like you've got clusters here and there. It's just kind of I would say kind of like a gallery wall sort of effect. And some of the hexagons are raised and some of them are not. So that was kind of fun to play with. And I played as well with the Nouveau Drops, and I loved this color, but I wasn't quite crazy about how it dried. But I'm getting used to that particular one. It's one of their matte ones, and I think the formula is slightly different from some of their glossy ones, and so that's why they didn't lay down quite as nicely. Next up, I have a layout that I did as part of the Chamel Half and Half class. This one was using, let me see now. This one was probably, I want to say it was a Hip Kit Club as well. It might be, yeah, it might be a Hip Kit Club, I think. And so there were lots of frames and things like that, so I just cut them apart and layered them in the back to make it sort of interesting. And I loved all these circles, so I put down like the different enamel dots that kind of matched. Just fun to play with, and a nice way to sort of show off the two larger photos, or you know, depending on what size you're using, you could have done a 4x6, but it's a nice way to use some extra leftover paper and some scraps and just bring out you know, layer behind the photos so that it's really accents the photos. And again, here with this lovely, I actually again use that rolled tape adhesive so that it doesn't show, and because when you adhere down vellum or acetate, you're going to end up seeing the glue through. So it was a nice way to be able to do that without it showing, and pop it up off the page. And then this collection, oh my word, I love this collection. This collection is called You Are Enough, and so I use that as the title as well. This was exclusively from Close to My Heart. It was back in the May-June catalog, and I bought the entire collection from the You Are Enough because it was just so darn gorgeous. It had different cardstock with gold foil on it. So that's one type of cardstock with gold foil. That's another type of cardstock with gold foil. And then I just used the regular cardstock underneath, or a pattern paper underneath. And it came with butterfly stamps. It came with the cutouts for the large butterfly, the smaller butterflies, all the rose gold. I love the little butterfly sequins. It was just an amazing collection, so I made sure to stock up on it before it actually disappeared from the store. There may still be some available, I'm not sure, but if you're interested, please let me know in the comments and I'll let you know if it is available or not. But this was so much fun, and I used a little bit of stenciling to give it some dimension on the page, but just one of my favorite layouts this past couple of months. This one here, this is just sort of some everyday memories that my husband and I did. This is Paige Evans, and actually, come to think of it, that other layout might have been Paige Evans as well. So this is from Go the Scenic Route, and I bought just about everything from that collection because I just adored it, especially these little enamel dots. The little enamel dots have designs on them, and then they're also glittered. They're super stinking cute. I mean, how can you not play with those? So I decided I was going to take a few photos of us going out for dinner. This was prior to the pandemic, of course, and just wrote up something about, you know, this being one of our favorite places to go now for dinner. And of course, just about right after this, you know, the next few months, we had conditions where no, you couldn't go there anymore. So hopefully we'll hit there again soon. So loved this, and I do like doing multiple photos on a layout if I can, so that was a lot of fun. This one here, again, I was just using some scraps left over from a Hip Kit Club. I never really knew what I was going to do with the stripe, so I decided to use it all, and then I had some scrap of this particular paper, and so what I did is I just did kind of banners and staggered them. And then I also used some of these jewels, some of the puffy stickers and the chipboard stickers, and just a nice picture of my husband and I out for a walk. This one here is, again, I just wanted to do something with some scraps. So this is the same paper as before. So I just did a diagonal design over black and white paper, and then just did a little bit of clustering here and there. Just one of my favorite Hip Kit Clubs, I think, because of the color scheme on it. And I wanted to get some of our spring flowers documented. So lots of fun. I loved these little, the little gardening tools too. They were super, super cute. Again, we've got some more color story. So this was Vicky's kit again. Love this. Again, I've used some of the tape adhesive that's rolled up underneath to pop up the title. I used some of the big embellishments with the flower clusters because I honestly didn't know how I was going to do all that. And I did some watercolor background with, let me see now, let me see if I can find it and I will tell you what it's called. Oh, and I can't find it right now. Of course I can't find it right now. But this is really neat because it's a powder watercolor, so you actually, you dust the powder on the page first and then squirt, and it just kind of, it turns multiple colors, kind of like fireworks, really kind of pretty. Lots of this coppery iridescent kind of color, and I just love the pops of the neons. And these are some of the neon drops that I got from Nouveau Drops, and they just worked so well with the collection as well. So I had so much fun with this one. And of course, you see how I really do like doing grungy, right? So I just tore up some extra papers and layered the photos on there. Another one with Vicki Boutin's Color Story. This one, I had this photo of me at a brunch with my mom and my brother, and I didn't scrapbook it for the longest time. And the colors just said to me, like, yes, it's finally time to do this picture. And I love all the little embellishments, like the little butterflies are super cute. I did torn paper again. I used some of the, these are the Bluebell sequins from Close to My Heart. I used some of the Heidi Swap Shine Spray, Color Shine Spray, and this is in Citron, and used quite a bit of the little puff stickers. It's just really, really cute. Love this collection. I still have so much of it. I'm going to play with it so much. And last but not least, the last one from the Vicki Boutin Color Shine collection. And this one here, again, we've got the, I'm using the acetate or the vellum embellishments there, the cameras. This one I just layered up a whole bunch of papers. It's a nice way to get a lot of color on the page, but then not waste too much of your papers either. And I just loved the whole thing of it. This particular title down here with the My Boat, I used Close to My Heart stencils and stamps, or not stencils and stamps and die cuts and thin cuts. And then what I did, and I did that on a pattern paper, and then what I did is I used glossy accents on it just to give it a little bit more pop to go along with the whole layout. So that's what I've been up to lately. It's been a lot of fun. I really hope that you'll stay tuned for the next few videos that I'm going to do. Wanted to introduce a new addition to our family. This is Gorda. She's our new rescue puppy, so I'm going to be doing lots of little pictures of her and layouts of her. So I hope that you'll stay tuned. I hope that you enjoyed the layouts as well. And as I said, if there's any products that you want to know about, please just let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments too which one was your favorite layout or style that I used for creating these particular layouts. And thanks again for being here. I really hope that you have an awesome weekend and continue to be safe and happy this summer. Bye for now.